We're going livesies. I'm live. I am very much live. That I am. I'm going live. Waiting for that 7 p.m. time. See how it goes for the people as they come in. Playing more Forgotton Anne. Very chill, calming, relaxing live stream. Where I'll have all of like nobody. Literally, as they say, I'm gonna have nobody. She just Hashira Soriosbi. Yes. Soon. It's gonna be Padoro time soon. In Fate Grand Order. Hashira Sorio. Kaze no yo ni. Tsukimi ara wo. Padoru. But no, today is Forgotton Anne Day. With an O, not misspelled. Forgotton. That's the correct spelling for the name of the game. About a girl who can suck the souls out of Forgotlings and use it as energy to basically jump high with her super wings and manipulate gears and stuff. Basically a puzzle platformer with an interesting plot. Oh, I am connected to my own chat. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Twitch. Letting me know I'm connected to my own chat. Good to be here. Kind of the one live streaming. Oh man. Looks like I have a lot of views. It's a lie. Well, you know, actually, you never know. Someone might put me in the background like, he's live streaming. Might as well put it up. He says random things. That's basically all I do. I sit here and say random things and play games. But now I know what this game's actually about. It's very interesting. So I am intrigued on where else this game will go. Also, because no one else, I'll be hyped for my own live stream. Oh, the lights just flickered in my house. I'm a little bit worried, but we'll carry on, hopefully. And hopefully we won't disconnect, lose service. It's like pouring outside, but, you know, whatever. But on the off chance I do go down, just remember, I probably lost power. And everything will be terrible. Maybe my Switch? Oh, that stinks. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Wait, what? Still waiting for God Eater, you say. That one bit is well appreciated. I get it. Get it. Get it. I might play a different game though. We'll see. We'll see. Thursday I'm definitely gonna be playing more Link to the Past Randomizer, so that's something to look forward to. But today we are gonna play more of this game. And it is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to Twitch Tuesdays. I am your host, Anime Fan RK2K, and we are playing more Forgotton Anne. This game is the story of an enforcer named Anne, who has the ability to steal the souls of Forgottenlings and use it as power. And last time we left off here. Alright, so that's a jump up. Oh, nope. Don't want to do that. Don't want to fall down. Oh, there's a ladder here. Interesting. Okay. That's my wings. So let me jump higher. Hey, Uni. Guess I can't do that. Oh. So is this a secret entrance or something? What's over there? Like stuff over here. Welcome, Uni. Someone else here to share the hype. My only sub. Well, actually, I have 2 subs. A friend of mine, the way will be real shade. That's fair. Probably won't be here too long. Hey, a half hour is better than nothing. Glad you could show up. Welcome.
It was a perfect day for the Rocking Horse Derby, and the cream of Forgotton Society was there to watch the race. Let's listen to the results, recorded earlier today at Forgotton Down. And they're off, with Purple Pegasus around the first
New
corner.
memento. Approached by a rebel. Oh, what to do if you're approached by a rebel? Join us in telling me about the increased rebel activity. Make our streets safe again.
Flyer right on her tail. Here comes
Okay, so there's also a power thing here.
Maggie. They're in the straightaways, and Maggie's overtaking Flyer. She's passing Pegasus into the final stretch. It's Mahogany Maggie in the lead and across the finish line. Unbelievable.
Glad that
There
it's
you have
a
it,
well.
and that concludes sports for today. This is Forgotten News of the Week. Sources close to Master Bonku have let slip that construction of the Ether Bridge is nearly finished, bringing the dream of returning to the Ether and our original human owners one step closer to
Can I
reality.
jump up
Only
here?
about
Nope.
100 validated Forgottlings have been promised a ticket across the bridge as a reward for their loyalty to Master Bonku. So get out
Wow.
there and prove you've got what it takes. Who knows? Maybe Master Bonku will select you to join the lucky few.
Huh.
The rebels
The spotlight's
struck
on
again
me.
this week, detonating 2 bombs in
Can I
the
just
city.
leave?
Their target,
Oh, it's not even letting me
Canada
leave.
transfer
Okay,
pump
guess
by
I have to.
Central Station. The rebels did try
Won't let
to
you
breach
watch
the
ads for
tower
bits right now?
grounds,
Well,
but
you know.
failed thanks to a valiant effort by the
Alright,
enforcer.
guess I'm coming on stage.
Officer, you will not believe it. The enforcer just walked into the studio. Yes, you heard right. This is not a test. Hello, madam. Welcome to
Alright,
the show.
I guess we're
This is certainly a surprise of a very
Guess we're getting
exquisite
interviewed.
kind. We're all dying to know. With the last segment under construction, tell me, will the Ether Bridge be completed in the near future?
I think the answer is yes, right?
Yes.
Mighty good indeed. We all look forward to going home. Tell me, what is the first thing you are going to do once you're back in the ether?
Want to see a forest or want to see the ocean? I'll say I want to see a forest.
I can't believe it. The enforcer, in her own words. And folks, it's right here on Realm Radio, like you'd ever tune in anywhere else.
That's very nice.
Just one more question. I know you're busy, so I'll make it quick. I just have to ask the question that's on everyone's mind at the moment. What's it like to soar on those wings of yours?
Oh. Feel free.
I like the feeling of freedom.
There you have it, folks. Freedom. I won't take any more of your time, madam. Wow, what a treat, huh, folks? The Enforcer in person. You're listening to Realm Radio here on RC 2020. In case you just tuned in, you're going to be sorry. You missed the Enforcer live in the studio with yours truly. And what do you think she had to say about the recent tightening of security in town?
I like the feeling.
You speak the truth, Madam Enforcer. You indeed speak the truth. Such tireless effort she puts into keeping us all safe. Compassion deep in her eyes. I can tell you that.
Oh.
Wasn't I right? You're sorry you missed it.
Well, he's already
aren't you?
twisted my words. Nice guy, right? Alright, so what am I doing here? Oops. So I'm assuming I can walk it. Oh, I can't walk inside. Cannot. So I guess I have to do this thing. So Forgotten Anne's interesting because it's like a puzzle solving game. And yeah. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. So bad at this, I am. It's like Prince of Persia style in terms of oh, there you go. Oh, and if I pull that, goes down again. Got it. Interesting. Okay. It's actually pretty clever that they put a door that kind of go through. So you're grinding Duel Links with meh? Make sure I have... Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I cannot open this door. But I know what I'm going to be doing. Going down this ladder.
It's the way they act around anima. Frankly, I find it disrespectful.
They get things done, Big.
I don't want things done that way. I didn't complain about this place under your leadership, but now I'm in charge. And
We both know where this conversation ends. You're digging your own grave, Big.
I'm gonna get it through.
Interesting. So Fig was revealed to be the leader that we may be looking for. Okay, let's just go back up. So you could just... Okay, so... Okay, never mind. I was wondering if I could just, Who calls her kid Fig? Well, the thing is, Forgottlings are like materials. Things that are forgotten that disappear when they've forgotten into this world. And basically, I, the Enforcer... Let's just sit here. Pretty cool.
What play are you here to see?
I don't understand.
What play are you here to see?
I'm here to see Fig.
Fig? I don't recognize that title.
Othello.
Try again.
Right?
6.
Oh, I'm gonna assume it's Othello, so
8.
T H
4.
E
3.
L
5.
L
5.
O.
6.
Correct. Enjoy the
Yeah,
show.
I got the ticket that says Othello. Probably Sir Isaac Newton. No, what's it called? In my diary, I got those are actually mementos. My diary, I got this from there. See? From Carter showing Othello at the old ticket. I'm just wondering if there was anything else I could have done. But no, knowing it is pretty good. Restaurant Japonese. Mecco.
I'll handle this. Go about your business. Enforcer, over here, please.
Yeah, no problem.
May I ask what you're doing in a place like this?
I'm looking for a Forgottling.
Well, you found one.
Funny. Does the name Mr. Fig mean anything to you?
Nope. But I was never good
Fair.
with names.
This Forgottling might be dangerous and is probably a regular here.
It's a popular bar. A lot of Forgottlings come here. I don't ask questions, I just serve drinks.
You know who I am?
I sure do. So does everyone else. If you think you can throw your weight around here,
Oh.
think again. I don't know how you got in, and I don't care. You're welcome to look around the bar as long as you follow the house rule.
Which is?
Don't start a fight.
Don't worry. But if I find anyone affiliated with the rebels in here, I will do what I must to catch them.
I can respect that you've got a job to do, even if I find it distasteful. But I also expect you to return the courtesy and not trash my bar.
There you go. We want to be cordial, guys. We want to be cordial. You know, scrappers don't like anything or seen animal abuse, gambling. Won't permit clear to be that. Or probably should I try to use force in the bar? He also feign ignorance when I ask him about it. Okay. More going on here than meets the eye. Like the fact I could go here.
I'm willing to overlook your obvious abuse of anima if you tell me where Mr. Fig is.
Mr. Fig?
Figs. They're like vegetables.
Yeah, Sonny.
Nah, they grow on
Yeah, that's correct,
trees.
actually. This is Forgotton Anne,
I'm
Luca.
hungry.
Why do we even eat? We're things.
I don't know.
Or drink.
I wanna drink.
Totally. Later.
It's actually Forgotton
This is hopeless.
with the O-N at the end. Forgotton Anne is about the story of Anne, who's an enforcer who serves Master Bonku. And they basically rule this land of Forgottenlings, which are things that are forgotten, and they show up here. What do you do?
That lever over there. What does it do?
It takes us up. There used to be a lad upstairs.
Yeah. But the Forgotlings at the bar up there couldn't handle the amount of truth we proclaimed.
But it's all good. We like it down here at the bottom of everything, as we like to call it.
Oh, okay. So basically, if I have to go up, that might be something that I do. Oh, look, there's a carousel here. Interesting. So, we're basically in the den. Okay, these are all just stairs. Yo, look at that. Looks suspicious. Want to see if there's a ruthless story? You know, I think there actually might be different ways to play this, because I've been very kind of understanding about the Forgottlings. Like, you know, I understand their plight. They're kind of all here to, you know, just do their thing. This looks like another way out. So before I go this way, let me just kind of just get over here. But yeah, I bet you could be like a ruthless enforcer who basically sucks the souls out of a bunch of about. Ooh. I wonder if there's mini games as well.
I'm Sidarius, and you're the
Hey,
enforcer.
Sidarius.
Wow, you see everything, don't you?
Someone's looking for you.
Who?
Who?
He's right here in the bar.
And?
You're not looking in his direction.
I'm looking at you. Tell me where he is.
How does it feel, never having seen it?
Seen what?
The ether. Everybody's been there, except you.
Huh.
I'm a human. I was born there.
Right you are. Of course. My mistake. When I don't get my anima, I start rambling. If only I could get a drink. Alas, the bartender has cut me off. It's a big misunderstanding, really. I know how it sounds, but...
If I get you a drink, you'll tell me where Fig is.
Oh yes, and a lot more.
Let's just keep it to that.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
I'm looking for a Forgotling who goes by the name Mr. Fig. Does that ring a bell?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You shouldn't be here.
Don't know anyone called Fig, and you don't belong in these parts, little hawk.
Oh, that's a cute nickname, Little Hawk. Ah!
So good.
Preach it, Sonny.
Pure as rain.
We've forgotten.
Enforcer, what can I get you?
I'd like to get a drink for Siderius up there.
Old Cataract sent you too, huh? Look, Siderius is a nice guy, and he only ever has one drink at night. But after that drink, I'm telling you, he starts preaching.
Preaching?
Yeah, becomes all philosophical. What are you doing
An
with your
alcoholic
life?
telescope?
Something like that. He even asked us to look through him. He's bad for business.
Makes you think.
I can't see the harm in making you Forgottlings think a bit more.
Forgottlings come here to forget they have forgotten.
Oh.
Not to get lectured about how they're not applying themselves.
I'll make sure he doesn't give any lectures tonight.
He tells me that I'm empty inside.
Well, you are a refrigerator.
He wants me to pursue music. Coming here putting crazy thoughts of Forgottlings who've got problems enough with the way things are. Music? Ha! Can you imagine a fridge like me hammering piano keys? So what if I like music? Bartending is all I've ever known. That's the purpose I took with me from the ether.
Oh. You know what? That's actually very interesting. The idea that Forgottlings, like, this refrigerator probably like a forgotten from like a bar, and that's why he knows bartending. But he likes
You
music.
should give yourself a chance. Nobody's forcing you to continue what you're doing now.
You think so? I'll think about it. But I'm not letting Siderius tell me.
So, no drinks for him tonight?
I'll leave a drink here on the house. Who you give it to is none of my business.
Aww. Look at that. Alright, so I have now acquired a drink. Somehow. Screw stairs. Fly up them. Yo, this is how you make a game, though. Like, the cast of characters very interesting. Alcoholic telescope. I want to see if I could, I can go this way.
Hey, we're watching that.
Sorry. Oh, okay, they're playing a little thing.
You're blocking the...
I'm looking for a Forgottling known as Mr. Fig.
Alright, well, I'll let them continue watching their thing. That bag is also a Forgottenling. I want to see what's up here, if there's anything, like, interesting. Although, I kind of want to give Siderius the, Can I reach it? No, I can't. Okay, so I probably do have to go up with the TVs. By the way, a very interesting thing that's kind of weird in this game is the fact that if you want to go down, you have to press the down button, regardless of where the stairs are. Alright, well, let's get Siderius his drink.
I managed to get a drink for you. It's down at the bar. Now tell me where Fig is.
Thank you. How did you persuade Malone? I guess Master Bunku is very persuasive himself.
Fig.
Right. Sorry. Listen carefully. Over by the movie lounge, there's a decommissioned anima pipe. That pipe leads into an office where Mr. Fig is having a meeting tonight. The pipe is quite high up, but I'm sure you can reach it.
The movie lounge. Thanks.
See you around.
Okay, so I have to interrupt the movie anyway. I'm sure they're gonna love me after that. Actually, this goes.
Dealer's choice now.
We play Southern Cross.
Sorry to
Wait.
interrupt, but I'm
See
looking
that?
for a Forgottling known as Mr. Fig, or just Fig. Have you seen him? Hey, I'm asking you a question,
Me
Forgottling.
too.
Do you know where I can find Mr. Fig?
I call.
They're gambling
You
with
would.
animal.
It'll get you nowhere.
I don't have time to shut down the bar now. I'll report it to
Yeah,
Master
yeah.
Bunker later.
No.
I knew it.
Oh, so this is where this one.
I win.
And as
Rage.
you can see, there's energy over here in the corner.
Eat that.
Actually, what is that? Let me give energy to that.
Dealer's choice now.
We play Southern
And I'm gonna steal the energy from that skateboard. Well, on top of the skateboard specifically.
Cross.
Hey, something's not right.
What are you talking about?
Someone messed with the pot.
No, I'm fine.
Not you. The pot. The pot.
Wasn't me.
Oh.
It was you. I saw it.
I swear. Didn't touch the pot. You did cheat. You've done it before.
I'm the most trustworthy Forgotton in the realm.
Oops.
Ask anyone.
You cannot keep a lid on a trash bin.
You're in for it.
Well, I'm just gonna give that back actually because I feel bad for taking it. I got a memento. Oh, a card. Well, I don't know what happened. Whoa. Okay, so I guess they're just gonna keep fighting now. I'm gonna wash my hands clean of this. I'm just gonna take that back. Don't worry about me. You know, don't mind me. I'm just gonna. I was just, you know, you guys look like you're having a good time. You know, I'm just gonna hang out here. Alright, so probably this way is what they meant.
Oh, now what?
Typical.
Now we'll never know what happens.
Guess that was it for tonight.
It's probably the projector. No piece of rubbish.
Hey!
Blame the projector. I'm just kind of like casually just Oh. Now can I go downstairs maybe to lift the thing? What did it do for me? Like, let's lift them up. What did this do for me? Like, I don't get... I don't know what I did. Huh. Let's take a look. Diary. Let me see. Okay. Stan Hall, the radio. Okay. Oh, what? What the hell? I didn't see this. Well, I found something by mistake, guys. And, guess,
You know she's coming for you, right? She's probably on her way right now.
Just do your part.
I will, but I'm not staying around for this.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're taking an unnecessary risk. I'm done here.
Hey, Bob.
okay. We witnessed that. Don't know what that did for us. Okay, so it looks like we have to go around. Somebody tells us we're gonna fall through here. Right?
Anne! How nice of you to drop in. Clever move using the pipes. I must admit, I've been looking forward to meeting you,
This
Anne.
is the guy.
But where are my manners? My name is Mr.
Oh.
Fig.
I'm the enforcer, and I'm placing you under arrest, Fig.
You've got style. But, of course, I won't let you send me to the plant, and you're not using the Ark on me either.
Don't force my hand.
It seems I only have a rebel's choice. So long, Anne. Try to keep up. Are you keeping up, Anne?
Don't call me Anne.
Another name, then. Your brutal ways have earned you many lately. How about Powerhawk, Soul Snatcher, Oppressor, a Marionette?
Stop!
As you wish. Since you spend so much time on Banku's shoulder, perhaps Little Hawk is more fitting.
Knock that down off me, man. Oh man, this guy has some class. This.
Still there, Little Hawk. I'm waiting for you.
Is it up here? Yeah, it's up here.
Ooh, that didn't look too good. We didn't break a wing. Such simple limits in life, right?
Wow. He even dropped the ladder for me.
Come on, Little Hawk. You can do better than that.
Don't call me that.
Oh, how sweet. A slave cannot see her own chains.
Stop!
Ask yourself, who is Banku? What does he need? How does he get it?
You can ask him yourself very soon.
You're not good with words, Little Hawk. But who needs words when they have the Arca?
Oh, does it give you the option to use the Arca? It does. But
Now that impressed even me. Perhaps there's more to you than I thought. Now you almost have me.
do this. Jump.
Watch your step, Little Hawk.
Oh, he got my thing.
Show me off.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like a child with a drawing.
Words won't change that you attacked validated Forgottlings.
I'll admit, there is a risk of casualties. Keeps me up at night. I was actually not in favor of this approach. It did finally get your attention, though.
How noble.
We only target machinery. How many Forgottoning lives did you take on your way here?
That's irrelevant.
I took one.
It always is.
You almost destroyed a segment of the Ether Bridge. And we'd never get home.
This is your home. Have you ever lived anywhere else?
Stop talking!
Ugh, yeah, got it.
Are you coming, Anne?
Oh man, this is a chase. I love it. This guy has so much class. Yo, Fig is like awesome. He might be my favorite character right now. That's favorite character status.
Hold it!
Wait. Careful, Anne.
Oh no!
I'm terribly sorry. That wasn't my intention. Are you all right?
I'll get you!
I'm alive. Alright. Where am I?
Who's there?
Oh, something tells me I'm gonna be a little bit more helpless than usual. Oh, that was easy. I see it. Okay. There's the battery over here. So I guess the real way to
Get away!
these things are afraid of light. Oh, okay. So now we have things, Forgottlings or something that actually might be damaging to me. Fig. Okay, jumped on there. Kinda by accident. There's also something here that I should get. A memento. Lost pieces, what to do. If you spot lost pieces, get rid of any animal you happen to have and run to a well-lit place. So follow these 3 steps. Okay, so I want to get up there, so they want me to take the animal from there, jump up, get up here. Jump, stay up here. Jump. Because those look like they mean business. It's not the kind of business I'm into. Okay, never mind. I have to go down there. Not scary at all. Lost pieces are attracted to anima. That's why you get rid of the anima and then you're safe. Okay, so we have some real threat of enemies, maybe? And then I'm assuming that I can use this to close that. And then use that to steal that back. And then put that there. Because I'm probably got to deal with these things now. But I don't want to. So what I do is I turn the light on. I can actually take from there. No, I can't. So take this and get out of here before they catch me. Seems simple enough. Interesting. Oops. Okay, so if I don't have anima, they won't try to hurt me or anything. Okay, so this one is a pretty simple puzzle. wants you to absorb the anima for here. And before they get you, put it up here. Now go back up. And just make this jump. Not a problem. Interesting. Alright. I have no idea what happens if they actually catch me either, so... Kinda terrified, but at the same time, I'm confident I'm gonna get out of here alive. Oh. Oh no. Oh no!
Begone, you pests! Get off her, I said!
Oh my god.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna...
Oh, that's bold.
Follow me.
Alright, something must be done about these lower streets, these things. These pieces, they chase anima as though the mere thought of it is all-consuming. Assaulted me in the streets, jumped on me, climbed all over me. What has happened to these creatures? How did they get like this? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Serious bulb Forgotling, I've going to have to get out of here.
Stay in my light. Turn on the dispenser. Quick! In here. Down here.
Alright, well, I think this is Bulb, who Fig was talking to. And we'll just kind of go down.
My fellow Forgotlings, we finally caught her. The one who steals away our friends, abducts our families, and suppresses innocent Forgotlings. I give you the Enforcer.
What in the realm are you doing, Bob? What do you think this is? A witch hunt?
The Enforcer is on trial for her multitude of crimes against Forgotlings.
Does the Enforcer have counsel? If not, I'll speak on her behalf.
What are you doing?
Whatever you're trying to do, stop it and get me out of here!
I want to hear what she has to say.
Fine. You speak for the girl. I assume we can agree that we need to remove the Arca from her hand. Then we need to...
No.
Are you suggesting we let her keep the Arca?
I am.
You'd let her walk around with a weapon capable of distilling us all. Think of everything she's done to us.
What has she done exactly?
Where should I start? She aids Bonku in his assault on the realm. She distills Forgotlings at her pleasure. She treats us like things, and she assumes everyone wants to return to the ether.
You know where?
Who doesn't want to go back home to the ether? That's where we belong, and Master Bunker's ether bridge will get us there.
Tell me, Anne, do you understand what the ether is? What is this home you talk about?
We all came from the ether, and that's where we should return.
Why?
What? We belong in the real world, with the humans. We were taken from our home and forgotten.
Do you have memories of your home?
I remember.
Or perhaps you remember the stories Bonku told you. What does home look like? What are humans like?
Oh.
Have you ever seen a sunset? What does an ice cream feel like on your tongue?
Oh.
I thought you wanted to speak on my behalf.
You're evading the subject, Fig. The Enforcer is a threat. Her actions speak for themselves. Let me refresh your memory. You all remember Dilly. Brave, loyal Dilly.
Is that the red scarf?
The Enforcer distilled him. She didn't have to. She enjoyed it. Make no mistake about that.
That Forgotling broke into my home.
And now, You are in our home. The Enforcer distilled our spy at the Tower Ground Station. Station Master Pax is no longer with us because of her.
That Forgotton was a traitor. I couldn't leave the tower grounds knowing a rebel was controlling the infrastructure.
To be fair, she was quite decent when she interrogated Heel.
Oh, there you go.
Weak would be another way to describe
Shut up,
it.
Bulb.
Listening to your adversary is not a weakness.
Oh.
Remember how she manipulated that neighborhood into setting up a mirror in the streets? She actually made them believe it was for their own good. Well played, Enforcer. Fear. Isn't that your strongest weapon?
It's no stranger to you either, I see.
How dare you talk to me like
Oh,
that?
snap.
That's right, keep pushing your lies.
I'm not dignifying that with the response.
Oh.
But of course you're not.
I'd say she outsmarted us in scrappers, Bob. The way she snuck up on us.
Ha! Regardless, it's clear that the Enforcer is a threat.
What?
We need to disarm her and use the Arca against Bonku.
Wait, we can use the Arca on Bonku?
Calm down! Stop it! I can't defend all of her actions, but you heard how she reacted when I asked her about the ether. She has lived here her whole life. Remember who taught her everything she knows. Bonku did. She is just as much a victim as we are.
Stop it! Master Bonku is working hard for all of us. He's so dedicated to bringing us back to the ether that I hardly see him anymore.
We can't hold Anne responsible for what she's done while wearing the blindfold of Bonku. The Enforcer is not as strong as you think.
She's a threat, and we need to deal with her now.
This is interesting.
Calm down!
It's like the Chrono Trigger court case.
There's something you don't know about Anne. Something none of you
Oh,
know.
what? What is it?
Anne is not a human being. She's a Forgottling.
What? I mean, wait, that makes sense.
Then why hasn't she crystallized yet?
Anne and Bonku each have an Arca. The Arcas keep crystallization at bay. If we take the Arca from Anne, she'll
Oh,
crystallize.
that just mean death.
What?
I'd like to call in a witness. Blanket, if you please.
Hello, Anne.
We met on the train.
So you were a rebel after all!
Fig is right. You're forgotten just like us. You're a Forgottling.
What?
I've known you my whole life, Anne.
Oh.
We arrived in the realm together when you were...
Oh.
I was the blanket you were wrapped in.
Do you know where I'm from? Do you know who my mother is?
Nonsense! Think about what the Arca can do for us. So what if the Enforcer crystallizes? It's about time she gets a dose of her own
Wait,
medicine.
let me have this answer.
We need to distill the Enforcer, and we need to do it now. Justice!
If you all feel that removing her Arca will make you feel safe, then we remove her Arca. However, no one is getting distilled under my leadership. I want her to at least crystallize peacefully.
Perfect! If anyone wishes to shelter this freak while she's crystallizing, speak up.
Blanket.
That's what I thought. Now, go get that Arca!
Leave me alone! Stop it! Get away! I'll distill you! Keep up! No!
What happened? That was weird. Am I dead? Is this the end? Oh, is this Anne's mother?
Did you sleep well?
It hurts.
I know, dear.
And do you know what happened to me? Why am I here?
Shh, we'll have time to talk about that later.
Without the Arca, I'll...
Well, not instantly, dear. Crystallization comes to all of us.
It's like growing old and dying, huh?
For now, you should try to relax.
Oh. Interesting. So now this game mechanic I've had the entire time. Oh, I feel so weak. I don't. The ether. I thought that was the one thing that united us all in Forgotton. How can I be one? How can I be? Oh, blows out for blood and Fig, the one I've been hunting. The rebel leader defended me. Why? Like, who has apparently known me all her life is one of them. Rebel. It's too much. It's just Fig is waiting for me at the memorial, whatever that is. Oh, I feel so weak. Oh God. Yo, how's it going, King? Oh God. Everything's terrible. Hey, welcome back, Shade. Oh. So, yeah. The rebels have captured me. And they have taken my Arca away from me. So I can't do cool Arca moves. And now Anne's like, I'm so weak.
Who goes there?
Joust.
Never mind.
It is my job to mind, and to deny your passage to the pathway.
It doesn't matter. I'll be a crystal.
Oh, she's depressed.
A crystal? You do not seem that aged. Regardless, I unfortunately cannot let you pass.
Well, okay. Apparently we were just to see who you were, so. I can't even run. I can't even run. Oh no. Everything's terrible.
Fig is waiting for you in the memorial when you're ready.
Okay, I don't know where that is, but I'll keep that in mind. Oh, Fatal Bullet. Fatal Bullet's a fun game. Anyway, let me take a quick bathroom break because I had to drink a lot of fluids. I don't know why I've been feeling sick, so quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, guys. All right. That was hopefully a quick bathroom break. Been drinking a lot of fluids. Need them. I don't know why. It felt like weird. Anyway, I can't run, so that kind of stinks. I can go down these stairs.
It's intense. So we place the package right and run. Yeah, and with that loose cannon out there somewhere.
How did you escape?
Well, we didn't. We went to hit the watchtower as well.
Oh yeah, right.
So we run through the construction area and I can actually see it. The bridge right there. Well, a part of it at least.
You saw it?
Yeah, it's huge. And then we reach the watchtower, right?
Right.
We destroyed the first gate, and the second gate slams shut. But before it does, that little scarf guy...
Dilly?
Yeah, Dilly. He slips under it. I'm talking millimeters here. And heads for the tower itself. Never seen anything like it.
Wow.
And the rest you know.
When can I join the mission team?
We talked about this. There's nothing I can do. We could try to bypass... There she is.
And then if you come... So if I didn't interrupt, I would have heard the rest of that story. Interesting. So I can't jump or run or do anything. Sick anime? Maybe. Is this the right way? I don't even know where I'm going. Nope, guess not. Go to the memorial wherever that is. Doesn't even tell me where. So Sock from the start gonna be the final boss? Probably not. Bonku may be the final boss once we find out what his real plans are. If we even know that. But right now, it's revealed that Anne's also a Forgottenling.
Get out of here, Enforcer. This house is protected.
Yes, Scram. You sent my nana to the plant.
Get out of here.
We know what you've done.
Oh. Okay. Ugh, I feel so weak. I don't know why she's like so weak. Alright, so I'm assuming this is the way to the memorial. But apparently Anne's like, is she like actually dying and stuff? I'm not sure, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell what's going on in this game. Not gonna lie. It's a triple read.
I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
You're right. They trapped me. They took the Arca. I'll crystallize. And it's all because of...
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't have to pretend to like me. I'm the Enforcer.
I'm Jinx. You'll probably call me a rebel, but what are labels good for, right?
Thanks, Jinx.
They bring order.
I enjoy the mess.
I'm sure you do. You're a rebel. We need order. We need control. We need to be civil.
Why?
You wouldn't understand.
I'm a rebel and you're the enforcer. Is that it?
Yes. No. You make it sound so... It's not that simple.
It's very simple. You fell, I helped you out.
Who cares anyway? We're all gonna crystallize eventually.
I gotta die
Change
eventually.
when we're faced with our limitations. We only have our actions.
Thanks for helping me out.
Aw. Look at that. I made a friend. Her name was Jinx. Alright, I'm gonna assume this is the way to the memorial. What? Oh, this is definitely the way to the memorial. All these crystals.
These Forgottenlings died a natural death. As they reached a certain age, they just quietly crystallized. It's actually quite beautiful.
How long before that happens to me?
About a day, I'd say.
Will it hurt?
Not at all.
I'm not ready for this.
Then why don't we go get the Arca back?
What? But I thought...
I never wanted you distilled. I don't want to see you crystallized either.
Then what do we do?
I want to give you the Arca and get you out of here.
How?
Bulb keeps the Arca safe at his house.
I don't understand.
I need you to distract him long enough for me to steal it.
What?
Afterwards, you escape and meet me on the surface. Take this map. Your escape route is marked on it.
And you'll just give the Arca back after all that, of course.
You are really looking forward to life as a crystal, aren't you?
Why are you helping me?
I believe in you. Here's the plan. Bulb wants to use the Arca to attack Bonku. That's why he has sent for a specialist, a Forgottenling who knows the layout of the tower grounds. You will pose as that specialist.
How am I supposed to do that?
I have a friend waiting for you in the storage room. He'll fill you in.
Wait, are we doing it right now?
We have no time to lose.
Oh.
I'll create a diversion so you can get out of here unseen.
Okay, so basically I do only have a day. Left door, lower right door, take elevator. That makes no sense. Fig's like a frenemy. I think Fig was relishing in the fact that he was our rival.
It's time for me to speak up. Fellow Forgottlings, I see before me a group with the potential to do anything. Difficult times are ahead, sure, but we have overcome difficult times in the past. We will not let Bonku manipulate us into seeing the world through his eyes. We are not objects. We are not inferior. I'm asking you to trust me, and that's not a small thing to ask. But I assure you, I have a plan. I will leave you for a short while very soon, but I will be back.
Interesting.
And if everything goes as planned, the tables will have turned. I'd like you to remember that we have a guest. Treat her with respect, just as you would any Forgottlings. Her past actions may cast a long shadow, but I stand by my words when I say that she too is a victim of Bonku.
Oh, look at that. It's like, so is this the storage place, I'm assuming? A new memento. Dear F, I still feel welcome here at the station. Everything seems to be running smoothly. Security manager Sekti does a good job at keeping the station safe. In fact, if I were a rebel, I would make sure not to underestimate him. Looking forward to the fireworks. Your friend P. Oh, dear Fig.
Surprise!
You?
In the ink. I escaped.
So you did.
Let's get it on you.
Get what on me?
The disguise I made for you. You can change behind that screen.
Alright. We got a disguise.
Amazing.
Don't make fun.
No, it's even better than I imagined. Bulb won't suspect a thing.
Really?
Here's the plan. Bulb has the Arca in his house. We're gonna get it back.
How will you do that?
I will present you to Bulb as the specialist, and when we're in his house, you make sure to keep him busy. Meanwhile, I open a window so Fig can steal the Arca. Simple.
Hope won't recognize me at first glance.
No, he won't. Trust me. You look just like a moving box who got lost in the warehouse. In fact, you look a lot like my third cousin. But he might recognize your voice, so you'd better not speak.
How can I keep Bulb busy without speaking?
Trust me, Bulb will do the talking. You just nod and shake your head. Literally.
What if I need to get your attention?
Then wave and make some kind of sound. Let's try. Can you nod? Like you're confirming what I say. Ha! Yes! Perfect! Very convincing. Now, let's have you shake your head like you're disagreeing.
Alright, guys. We're learning how to...
Yes! It works! Bulb won't suspect a thing. Now, let's try the wave. That's fantastic! There's an actor hidden in you, Anne. You're ready. Let's go get your Arca back.
Alright, so... nod.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I'll meet you at Bulb's house.
Well, I guess, we're not in disguise.
I was rather pleased with Bulb's leadership.
He did get results, but I'm talking about a long-term resolution to the conflict.
Affirmative. That would be acceptable. But Fig is too liberal.
Limits equality in themselves?
I say we need discipline. Order. Bulb is the right Forgottling to provide that.
Enough, that's what.
That's what you want. Only time will tell if you get it.
The leaders should work together. We could have the best of both.
I think that's what they're trying to do, most of the time.
Affirmative. I hope so.
Did you see her? The girl?
Briefly.
I saw her too. She's interesting.
How so?
She might be a Forgottling like us, but she's nothing like us. If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Ah, well, I like her. That's what I meant.
Now I understand what you mean.
Great.
Well, there you go. And I can... This is the funniest costume. I want this to be my permanent.
There you are. Ready? I'm counting on you. Keep him busy. Let's go.
Yes. Oh, Quill, you're here with the specialist. Perfect. Come in. I don't remember seeing your friend before.
Ah, Bulb. A joker as always. Of course you recognize the great Crate Buxton. He's had key roles on several missions to the Tower Grounds. And I don't have to mention the incident in this morning's operation, I take it.
Oh, Crate Buxton. Certainly, of course. I'm honored. That was quite a thing you did.
He doesn't talk much after the incident. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. Well, come with me. I've got the plans for our next mission upstairs.
Keep him busy.
I think this is really funny. This is hilarious.
This, Mr. Buxton, is the plan of our next attack on the Tower Grounds. With your expertise, I'm sure we can improve it. The Watchtower has always been a problem for us, but during the last mission we sabotaged the gates. My hope is that you have information about exactly how much damage we inflicted. Can we walk straight through the Watchtower now? I see. Well, I'll have to note that on the plan. What about the workshop? As far as I understand it, our Forgotling saw something that could have been a segment of the Ether Bridge. Did you see anyone guarding it?
Nope.
Really? No guards? That's great news. I guess he relied completely on the Enforcer. We have a chance of destroying the last bridge segment then. Excellent. Any other security measures at the workshop? Mirrors, perhaps?
Yes.
Those blasted mirrors. This might be harder than I thought. Why don't you take a look at the battle plan and point out the weak spots? Let me help you just remove those glasses.
Say, Bulb, did you know that Mr. Buxton is also very well informed about anima systems and Arca theory?
Really? That's wonderful timing. I have so many questions. Let's go downstairs. Between you and me, I'm experimenting with the Arca. I'm close to figuring out how to wield it.
Interesting.
See the schematics, Mr. Buxton. I've tried to map out how the Arca works. If my theory is correct, we're just scratching the surface of what this thing can do, and so is the Enforcer. Look, doesn't it seem like the Arca can actually store anima?
Yeah.
Really? I got it right. I bet you had a similar theory, didn't you? I knew it! The Arca can store anima! Remarkable! Fig, that wooden wimp is too scared to use it. I think we can do great things with the Arca. Are we on the same page, Mr. Buxton?
Oh, chic.
Really? You disappoint me, Mr. Buxton. Perhaps I misjudged you. Unless you mean we should use the Arca, but keep Fig out of it. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! I like the way you... Hey, you! Plumage! No snooping around. Stay down here. No one goes upstairs without my permission. Did you hear me? I don't want you upstairs.
Oh, of course not. I understand. Say, why don't you ask the Enforcer? What I meant was, why don't you inform Mr. Buxton about your Arca theory?
Oh, yes, I think you'll like this. My other theory is that the Arca could be among the very first crystals in existence.
Oh.
Perhaps even the one with which our whole world originated.
I didn't think of that.
What do you think about that, Mr. Buxton? Yes, it makes sense.
That's actually very interesting.
To think that I might have some kind of cornerstone to our existence in my possession. Hey, what's going on? I thought I told you no snooping around. You sneaky feather duster. What do you think you're doing? There! That sly little forger. Sorry about this, Mr. Buxton. I have to see if everything is all right with the Arca. I can't stop staring at it. To think it's finally mine.
but won't be able to hear me from the 3rd floor. Okay.
Yes, yes, I'm on my way. I don't understand.
Okay.
Yes, yes, I'm on my way. What do you mean? Yes, yes, I'm on my way. We're here. Now what is it? Why did you? You lured me down here, didn't you? You want the Arca for yourself. No, that's absurd. I'm sorry, Mr. Boxton, but I am surrounded by Forgotlings who lust for power and can't be trusted.
I'm like frozen in this screen. It's weird.
What? No! No, no, no!
I'm frozen in this screen.
It's gone! No, no, no! That was my last chance! I'm finished!
What?
This is it! I'm done for!
What the hell?
I'll find that thief and make him pay.
Well.
Has anyone seen the Enforcer? Or that sly little Quill?
Can't believe the plan worked. Yeah, I can't believe it too. The screen like froze towards the end of that. I'm just like, what am I doing? Fig knew this would happen. Either Bo was that predictable or Fig is a good judge of character. To follow Fig's map to surface away from there. I actually get my Arca back. Okay, so I have to find a store. Go to a lower door. This map makes no sense. I have to find a crate. Okay, so there has to be a crate somewhere. And then I have to enter the first door next to the crate. I can't go down there, so maybe I have to get past Joust.
Who goes there? Oh, good day to you, sire. May I inquire about your errand? Oh, it must be important then. Perhaps even top secret. What have I missed? There must be an order that did not reach me. Oh, I missed an order. Am I right?
Yeah, totes.
That's horrible. I am just like those idle freethinkers now. Is Bulb angry?
He's fine.
No? I was sure. Then there must be some kind of emergency. I think I know what you are saying. If that is true, we must make haste. Did Bulb...
Oh yeah, you totally saw me. Of course. Yeah.
I knew it! An important affair must be going on since he sent a messenger. I know. Something or someone prevented Bulb from contacting me.
Very true.
It is even worse than I thought. I must spring into action. Fear not, help is on the way.
Yeah. He's like, I got this. And I'm like, here. So, okay, so yeah, these buttons are still my they're still my I will do things randomly buttons. To get out, I need to... what did the map say? Go to the left door. I think this is the left door. And then once I come out here, to go to the leftmost door again. No, this one. And then from here I go to a lift. Right? Yep. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. You know, I took a look at this map. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find my way with this. Found myself just fine. Right to the surface. Right to cartographer.
Where is he?
Right to the place where Thomas the Tank Engines go to die. Track 1, they say. Oh.
He promised he'd be here.
Well, we just keep going then, you know? Make our way downtown, walking fast. I think we probably have to wait like a certain amount of time before he shows up. Is what it is. Or get enough sort of dialogue. Oh no! What's happening? Oh no, not the crystals. I can see the light. It looks like jewels.
Can you hear me? Oh, don't let it be too late. Anne! Anne, please give me a sign. Anne, wake up.
Continue, yes.
Anne! Oh, thank goodness.
I waited and waited. Where were you?
I'm sorry, Anne. Getting out proved harder than I thought. The whole place is in an uproar after your escape and the disappearance of the
Oh,
Arca.
that's fair.
Why are you helping me?
I told you. I believe in you. And you're essential to bringing peace between the Forgottenlings and Banku.
That's what Master Banku is trying to do.
I know, but I'm confident you will succeed where he has failed.
Oh.
Before we do anything else, I have to show you the plant.
The plant?
Oh, we're gonna find out.
Let's call it the price of my help.
I don't see what good it'll do.
It's important. And you owe me a favor.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you're up to, but you did save my life. Don't go thinking I'm suddenly on your side, though.
Are you on Blanket's side, then?
Blanket is... I don't know. A lot has happened, and I don't understand most of it. Just show me what you want me to see.
You see what I
Come with
see.
me. The answers will follow.
Hey. Hard to read, okay. Fig saved me. But can I trust him?
Follow me, Anne.
Well, I feel better already. Hey.
This way. Follow me.
All right, we're back in business.
Take my hand.
Wow. That's pretty strong.
Come this way, Anne.
Alright. There you go. Alright, well, we're following Fig now.
This place.
Have you been here before?
No, I've never been all the way out here. I should call Master Banku, just to let him know I'm alright.
That's not a good idea, Anne.
I usually report back several times a day. He must be worried.
Why don't you call him after I've shown you the plant? Come on, there's an old service track outside we can use.
Oh, so it gives me an option. Well, with that said, I want this thing, even if I don't call him. New memento. Might be important. But like, you can call him. You can call Monster Banku right now. You know what? Sure, protect Master Banku, but what am I going to tell him? Don't tell him anything. Oh, okay. They forced me to anyway? Really?
Master.
Anne, are you
Oh,
all
there he
right?
is.
I'm sorry I didn't...
What mirror are you calling from? The old checkpoint 7. What are you doing out there?
I know, Master. I'm sorry. You wouldn't believe what happened to me.
Chief Inspector Magnum told me you are hunting this Fig character.
I followed him into the sewers.
The sewers? I want you home immediately, Anne. Struck just delivered the last segment of the ether bridge. I need only to install it. The rebels cannot interfere anymore. Forget Fig.
I can't come home now, Master. I need to do something first.
What are you hiding, Anne?
I'm not hiding anything, Master. I know Fig is nearby.
I want you home right now, young lady.
What's at the plant?
What?
What's at the plant?
You know about the plant. It's our main generator. And a facility housing criminal forgottonlings.
I need to see it.
Come home, Anne. Let's talk about it.
Tell me what's at the plant. Please.
I will not tolerate insubordination. Do as I say.
Goodbye, Master Bonku.
Wait. Be careful if you meet Fig. You cannot trust him. Oh, and Anne.
Yes, Master?
Remember,
Master Bonku? Hello?
Anima flow is cut. Where's Fig? Well, in that case, just turn that off. Or guys, even if your power cuts out, remember to turn off your appliances.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this service car running.
I called Master Bonku, but a sudden anima outage cut the transmission. Do you know anything about that?
What's that supposed to mean?
All I wanted was to make sure he didn't worry.
I was just making sure we could use the service car.
Alright, well that is hard to believe. So basically they're like equally untrustworthy. So it comes down to who am I gonna side with. But at the same time, that's hard.
I find that hard to believe.
Anne, let's not start this, please. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
So after you asked me not to call Bonku, you disrupted the anima flow by accident?
Yes.
Alright. Sorry. Of course it was just an accident. At least Master Bonku knows I'm alright.
So at any time... Alright, well...
So, what do you do for fun?
What?
You know, when you're not out enforcing?
Why are you asking me that?
I just want to get to know you better.
I train at the watchtower. You know, jumping, climbing, using the arca.
Staying in shape is good. I'm partial to fencing myself. I'm not very good at it.
Really?
I once accidentally stabbed my teacher. To be fair, she was a
Ha!
So are you.
Touché. So what else do you do?
I collect things.
What kind of things?
Things that catch my eye. Things that feel nice when I hold them.
See? We already know each other a little better.
I have to admit, you're not all bad.
Why, thank you, great Madame Enforcer.
So, Fig, what's with the wig?
The what? I'm not... It's not a...
It's a wig. I know you lost one at Central Station, and you replaced that.
So, you found one of my many dark secrets.
That's a dark
yes,
secret?
I wear a wig. That doesn't make me a bad Forgottonling.
Not at all.
In fact, it provides me with a certain charisma.
Oh, I agree.
About the interruption of your call to Bonku.
Let's not talk about that. Actually, I'm sort of looking forward to seeing the plant. I've never had a chance before. Something important always came up. We're almost at the plant.
Interesting. I'm enthusiastically pumping this. Pump iron! Pump switches! We get to the place we have to go, hopefully, maybe. We go. We go. Okay.
Fig?
Yeah?
You remember the ether, don't you?
Well, the whole ether business is a little different when you're a Forgottoning.
What do you mean?
You mean it's different for me because was human.
In the ether, Forgottoning has a single purpose. The form we're given. I was a posing doll. A simple job. In the ether, that's all I could be.
Okay.
Down here, I can be who I want to be.
But all Forgottlings here long to return to the ether.
If you don't realize you can be anything but a teapot, you'll never try to be anything but a teapot.
Once I reach the ether, I'll know who I want to be.
When I first arrived here, I had no clue who I was or my purpose.
Okay, that makes sense.
Actually, for a long time I was on Bunku's side.
You're serious?
Returning to the ether may not magically make you realize who you can be.
I mean, that's fair. It's like, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? That's a tough question.
We'll use this entrance, Anne.
We don't have to sneak in. I'm the enforcer.
And to them, I'm the rebel leader.
Good point. We'll take your way.
That is fair. That is fair. He brought up a valid point. I was like, I'm an enforcer. I'm the rebel leader. Well, we can't have you sneaking in. Yeah, that'd be out of the question, huh? Just you know, can't do that. There you go.
This way, Anne.
No problem. I'm assuming that if I didn't try that, I'd die. Or worse. Be expelled. Wait, what?
Ah, this door is locked.
Oh, okay, I see why. Such simple mechanisms. Okay, go up here. Can't leave now. Can't leave now.
This must be where the prisoners sleep.
The workers sleep here. Well, those who get to sleep.
Oh, the workers.
Welcome to the realm. It's all very confusing, but it's only temporary. Master Bonku will have you ready and settled with a purpose soon enough.
Okay.
You work hard and earn that ether ticket back home.
Is that what I think it is?
This is where Forgottonlings arrive from the ether.
So many forgotten things. What are they doing with them?
They're deciding their future.
It's an employment center.
I suppose you could call it that.
Yeah, I remember seeing this at the very beginning of the game. Right? Oh, that's an elevator.
We need to catch a ride on that transport system.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Let's go. We'll just hitch a ride for the transport system again.
Okay. It's tough, man. No! Fell down again! Jeez. Okay, there's one. Why did it stop there? Oh my god! Stop it! Oh my freaking thing. What the hell is this system? The system's dumb. Oh my god. It literally stops right as I'm trying to jump. And stops right on top of me. Thank you. That's really stupid. Hate it. Hate it. Feel dumb.
Let's go. Try the lever. I'll open it up for you from here. Nicely done, Anne.
Very simple. He just jumps down. I'm just like, come on, go down, go down. Pressing the down button, don't worry. He's like, this girl, she just takes stairs, really?
Over here.
This guy's very good at climbing, not gonna lie.
What was it you wanted to talk about?
Between you and me, do you think we'll get our tickets to the Easter Bridge?
What do you mean?
Think about it. What's our guarantee that Master Bunky will keep his
Keep his
promise?
He's running a broken age.
Jerry has worked here longer than both of them.
There are no tickets yet.
We won't get a ticket talking like that. Come on, let's get back to work.
That's a good point. How many tickets have been given out, if any? Is it just Bonku specifically that wants to get back?
I can't believe how that validated Forgotling talked about Master Bonku.
Let's go.
Well, before that, I just want to see if there's something here. There isn't. Alright, we jump it down. Didn't quite make that. Alright, yeah, I see the plan. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We need to keep heading up.
Genuine platforming. Interesting. Okay, so jump up. Jump up. Yeah. I did it. I can do this. No problemo. And this one I think is
jump.
Just make. Or not. Or, everything's terrible. I'm back here. Are you freaking serious? Game, are you freaking serious? Did you really do that to me? Game just did that to me, guys. Game just like, oh, that was a nice jump. It'd be a shame if you didn't make it. Alright, well, dash jumps only. Got it. Okay, so this one is a little far for me to just make. There we go. Tough.
Nice jumping there.
That was tough. Tough platforming section. Almost died multiple times. Can't believe I survived it, actually. Not gonna lie. So we're going. Get up here. Fine.
Jump up here, Anne. We'll meet up ahead.
Alright, so basically, alright, I see how it is. Jump! Alright.
This way, Anne.
Made it. Made it. Whew. Tough. Alright, what's behind door number red? Alright, it looks like
Do you ever think about our job?
Alright, it looks like this is a it's gonna be a reveal, so I'm gonna take another quick bathroom break, guys, because like I said, I've been ingesting lots of fluids. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make the spin-off game of me, guys. It's gonna be called Bathroom Anime. And it's gonna be just based off of this live stream specifically. We're about to save the world, but first, toilets.
Don't start that again.
I'm not. I'm just wondering if you ever feel bad.
Yes, I feel bad all the time. I feel bad that no one seems to appreciate that we're slaving to provide the city with anima. And I feel bad that even a validated Forgottling like you questions the purpose that Master Bonku gave you.
There are so many other places we could work.
Yes, I'm sure you want to clean streets, demolish buildings, or set up security mirrors.
You know what I mean.
I don't have a clue, and if I were you, I'd be careful with spreading that rebel talk around.
I'm not rebel talking, I'm just thinking.
Don't. It's better that
What's wrong
way.
with thinking? Yeah, what's wrong with thinking? What's wrong with thinking? Oh, this place is interesting. It's like, I feel like we're really breaking in, you know? You know, lay of the land. Just jump down. Oh, I can't even go there and just...
We need to find another way.
Find another way, you say? Well, what if I told you I know no other ways? There's nothing here.
Now, what?
We have to find a way to get this door open.
Okay. How do we do that? I'm assuming the puzzle is right here in front of me. Well, let's see what happens if we... Apparently having Arca in...
That did it!
Apparently having Arca in a, in something that's already full is bad when you try to, someone's gonna get in trouble. Okay, we're here. Alright, what are we gonna do?
Fig, could you help me here?
Oh, you're right. We need to flip them at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Apparently that's close enough.
Can't open it. It's broken.
Typical Forgotling design.
Can you find another way in? Pull the switch, Anne.
Wait, what? No, I am doing it right. This is the way. No! It's not what I meant to do. Okay. It's just...
Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1,
go.
Go! Maybe there's a switch somewhere.
How do we get out?
Nicely done, Anne.
Because this seems like a very convoluted place to get out of.
This way, Anne.
How does Fig know this like so well? Oh, the image is still up? Oh, I apologize. Basically, we went through a bunch of series of
Come on.
easy puzzles.
It's a misunderstanding. We can work it out.
You were caught red-handed faking ether bridge tickets. There's only one place for you.
I can make it worth your while. I'm sure there's something.
Be quiet.
Do you realize what a Forgotling like me can do for you?
Not interested. Stop talking.
You don't understand. I'm not cut out for hard labor, but I'm a wizard with numbers.
For crying out loud, would you shut up?
Come on, I'll do anything.
Ah, I got something you could do, actually.
Yes, finally. What do you need?
Could you take a few steps back, please?
You got it.
Now that's useful.
Wait, stop!
Quill!
Why did he do that?
Quill was a rebel.
I guess he did some bad things, but still, that is not protocol. We do not treat Forgotlings like this at the plant. They come here to work. think I understand what you wanted to show me. This is an unfair treatment of Forgottlings. I'll report this to Master Bonku.
We haven't even scratched the surface. Come on.
I'm sorry. Quill didn't deserve this.
No, he didn't.
It's messed up, man. Just do a guy dirty like that. He's like, yo. I'm just waiting for Fig to like stab me in the back. Like, okay, now you've seen everything. Dead. I forgot I had to reset my dash every once in a while.
Can't open this. Come on, open! Doesn't anything work in this place?
Another way?
Let's take the stairs anyway.
I'll follow your lead.
3, 2, 1, go. Wow, he's like perfect. Alright, we're gonna go up these stairs. Gonna jump up these stairs. Go into this door.
Fig!
Rennie! Hi, I was, hoping you were doing your rounds.
I knew you'd come back.
Then you also know what I'm here to do, and why the Enforcer's with me.
I can't allow that, Fig.
Fig? What's going on?
Oh, Fig used to work here.
Is that true?
Is that true, Fig? Did you work here?
I was afraid you'd refuse to go if you knew. It'll all make sense very soon, Anne. Your answer is right behind that door.
Everything will change if you show her this.
I'm counting on it. We're going through that door.
I'm reporting you to Master Bonku as soon as you do.
Sorry, but you're not. Anne, look, I
don't want to hear it, Fig. Just show me whatever it is you want me to see.
This way.
Scared her, huh? Fig used to work at the plant. Fig, the rebel leader, used to be a high-ranking, validated member of Master Bonku's workforce. And Quill, poor Quill, didn't deserve such a cruel fate. Have that guard tossed into the, well, here. Just I'll have that guard tossed into working in the plant where he already is working.
You could have told me you used to work here. It wouldn't have mattered.
What do you mean?
I chose to follow you here, and I chose to trust you.
You're right. I should have been more honest with you. I'm sorry. Whatever happens, I want to be your friend. I am your friend. You understand?
Fig, what are you going to show me?
Guess we're about to find out. Guess we're about to find out. What is the big secret of the plant that Fig didn't want to show me?
Attention plant workers. This is an announcement from the tower. The final segment of the ether bridge is now attached and the tower's anima reserve is recharged. For testing purposes, I will require a steady supply at 85% above the baseline, so keep the kettles hissing. Anne, I told you not to come here. I knew you would probably find your way in here someday. Especially after our last talk. I hoped I could speak with you before you did.
Should I be more outraged or just be like, I don't get it? Let's go, I don't get it.
Tell me why you're doing this. I don't understand.
This is what we have to do if we want to go home, Anne. They are only objects.
They deserve a chance.
My sweet Anne, what about the Forgottlings you distilled?
That's different.
It's not different, and you know it. Distilling is not a bad thing, Anne. It's over in an instant, and they will crystallize anyway. They gave their lives, so we can go home.
Why didn't you tell me I'm a Forgottling?
You are a human being like me. And I have located the sewer rats who told you otherwise. I am taking care of them as we speak.
What?
No! Oh, and what do we have here? The thing that calls itself Mr. Fig. Do you think you can trust that Forgottling, Anne? Did it ever hide anything?
I mean, did you?
Did it always tell you the truth? Anne, I miss you. I miss us spending time together. I've been so busy lately. If you come home, we can leave all this behind and just be us.
It's too late, Master.
Anne?
My whole life, you've used me and lied to me. I don't know you.
Do not say something you will regret, Anne.
Stop the furnace, Master.
You have to understand that I cannot do that.
I understand. Master, you keep telling me that improvisation is a praiseworthy quality. Fig,
Yes?
let's tear this place down.
Oh snap! We're going to...
That lever controls the speed of the rails.
I'll turn off the depleter and the...
Careful, Anne. That button fires the depleter. I'll slow things down while you turn off the depleter and furnace.
Anne, listen. If you stop the furnace, no one except the tower will have any anima. Anne, please. Think about all the work I put into this. Even Forgottlings found meaning in building this planet. You are destroying their work. Think of all the Forgottlings. We have provided homes and jobs to.
Well, that was easy. Like, oh, solve this puzzle. No, fine. What? This is that fast.
I did it! I understand. You have made your point. Stop this, Anne. Do not turn your back on me, Anne.
Okay, so basically they want me to do everything. Got it. Alright, well, I guess we're turning this... We're shutting this factory down, boys! No more of this nonsense, Master Bonku. Consider me a rebel because I am a Forgottling, and I do not appreciate this treatment of Forgottlings. Alright, well.
Well done! Hold the lever for me, Anne.
depleter. We'll turn this thing on itself.
The depleter? All right. I hope you know what you're doing.
Take this!
If you do this, you are just a thing like them.
I'm only improvising, Master.
Stop it, this instant. I took you in when no one else would. I made a world for us. What did you do? You couldn't even catch a Forgotling without letting it manipulate you.
Well, that's bad. Well, I have plenty of time to get out of here, too.
There used to be a ladder down.
I don't see it, Pig. Go back in it.
You'll never make it out of time. Your wings
Won't carry us further.
Come on, jump! I can find another way.
I'm done making bad choices.
This is a bad choice, Anne. It's a very, very bad choice.
Well, that could have been worse. Or let dead, at least. Well, there you go. Broke our wings.
Are you hurt?
I don't think so.
The wings lasted long enough.
Your wings.
I don't care about my wings.
Come on, Anne. You heard Banku. He found the sewers. We have to go.
Alright, well.
Take my hand.
Wait.
What are you doing? We have to go. What's wrong?
I need some time.
We don't have time for this. Bob needs help protecting the others.
Everything is backwards.
I'm sorry I put you
Oh,
through
yeah.
this, but I didn't know any other way to open your eyes.
I need to clear my head.
We can't let the others down. Please come with me. We need you and your Arca.
Everyone wants something from me.
I need you to be strong. Banku has probably already...
You've turned everything upside down.
Can we do this later?
I don't even know who I am anymore.
We don't have time.
Ever since you brought me into this, you've only been thinking about yourself.
And listen.
You're just like everyone else. You'll say anything to get me to do what you want. You have no idea what you're doing or what's at stake. You're a stupid, soulless Forgotling.
And please, let that be unsaid.
Leave me alone.
Do what you need to do. But I have to go. Bye, Anne.
Fig? Fig, wait! Come back, Fig! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it! Fig!
Well, that sucks. Oh, well, that sucks. Oh. Oh, I can't go back! Can't go back! It's literally not letting me go back, guys. I fucked up. Where am I going? Where is this? Nope. I want to go back. Let me go back. Nope. Okay, I can't go back. Alright, yep. I have to be emo. Right here. Something's happening. That's not good. What is this? Well... This looks like a bad. Does Bonka know about this place? He must, right? Let's do a nice little rolly roll. Okay, so that's where that has to go. It's up there, pretty simple. It's up there, and I'm assuming that moves there. So, probably want to do is move that to there. Move that there. Move that there. Puzzles? Easy. Alright, good night, King. Have a good night. So what's behind the 6-9 door, guys? I go into the light. Whoa! Drug trip. Okay, let's stop my things here. What the hell is happening? Yeah, my arc is still.
This can't be real. Can you feel the grass? The wind on your face? Can you hear the leaves? Do you smell the dew?
Mountain Dew time?
You might find it overwhelming. Your kind consider this a place of serenity.
Am I in heaven? Am I dead?
Where am I?
You are wandering in a memory of the place you call the Ether.
Oh, okay.
The crystals in this cave show the memories they keep. I am the first that was forgotten, the oldest thought, and the earliest memory.
The first that was forgotten. Wait, the first that was forgotten?
Forgotlings left what was once their home, and they long to return.
Okay.
But you have never known anything else. The Ether was never yours to remember.
Where are you?
I can't see you.
Alright, this is kind of crazy.
Your kind are always searching for the new, hunting it wherever you see it. What you catch is an illusion, so you search again, never resting. You leave behind an ocean of possessions to be forgotten.
That's what it means to be human, I guess. Oh, that's the exit, okay. Go walk. Never mind. We're actually puzzled through here. Oh yeah, I was actually, can I make that jump? Yeah, you can. Oh, this I do remember. this
Forgetting is easy. As the new arrives, the old departs. Where does it go? Your kind fill a void with impulses of the new. One cannot blame a tree for growing, or the tide for rising. The bird building a nest takes only the twigs it needs.
Whoa, this is a drug trip. Well, I don't know what drugs Anne tripped, but this crystals, more like crystal meth. Woo. Oh, I don't even have Arca left. What am I supposed to do, game? Oh, am I supposed to go up here? No? Up here? Oh, what? Excuse me.
Bonku built masterful creations in this world and the other. Creations made to last generations. Bonku displayed unique examples of his beautiful handcraft. But the world has moved on. What was he to do? He screamed and he cursed. He clung to a world that no longer valued him or his talent. Bonku formed a wish and disappeared inside it until it became true. One day, everyone was truly gone, and so was he. As he realized where he was, the thought of going back became all-consuming. He immediately forgot the hardships of the other world. A strange hunger grew in him as he devised a way to return. But his accomplishment will lead to his demise.
Still realize he's been
You
forgotten.
mean the Ether Bridge? There must be a way to save Bonku.
Bonku has planted you here, and your roots are his. You need to make a choice.
What choice?
What is the choice? What is the choice I'm making? What? Okay, still have no Arca. Wow, that's actually really cool. That's so awesome that I can run with both of them. Well, this place is oh no. Oh no. Got dark really quick.
You don't know your own story, but these crystals remember.
This is my story. Oh! It's her mom.
Wait!
No!
Don't come back until it's gone.
Don't come back until it's gone, you say. That's her mom.
I'm gonna call her Anne.
Well, I'm not the father, that's for sure.
God damn it! Do I have to see the truth? I'm gonna find out the truth. This? Oh no.
This will keep you warm. Someone will find you here. Please forgive me. Don't go.
Oh, that's what happened. That's how she became a Forgotling. Mother eventually.
Why are you showing me all of this?
Your past is who you are.
Why would you give me all this and then take it away?
Sorrow. Be sad. She's sad. Can't be angry about that. Anger is frustration. Sorrow is the emotion I'm looking for here. Alright, we're collecting all of us. No? No, I want this hand too. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm like trippy dippy. Oh, okay. What am I doing? What is my end goal? How am I supposed to get to that? Oh, I'm supposed to fall down from here. Got it. No, I'm supposed to fall from over there. Got it. Okay. Interesting. Gather all of myself. Okay, so that's not the way on. Alright. So go here, go here. Just go up the ladder again. No. That's a wall. Jump here. Get up. That's all I can do. What am I supposed to do? Oh. I got a new memento. Just go down the ladder.
Anne, our time together is running out.
I have so many questions. Where is my mother?
The only question you need to ask is, what does your heart desire?
I want to be my mother, or I want to save Bonku. Well, Bonku is family still. It might be hard, it might be bad.
Bonku is the closest I have to family. Perhaps I can make him understand. Make him want to stay.
I am not sure you can.
What do you expect me to do?
This is the oldest part of the caves. This is where the world of the Forgotten began.
Okay.
Here stood the cornerstone, the most concentrated anima crystal in the realm. But it was stolen.
Bonku.
Inside the cornerstone was the heart of this world.
The Arca.
Bonku ripped it out and split it in two. One for you and one for him. That kept you from crystallizing. He will need both halves of the Arca to power the Ether Bridge. If he succeeds, this world will come to an end.
But the Forgottenings and Fig.
Our world cannot exist without the Arca.
I will go to the tower and speak to Bonku. He will listen to me.
Where you belong is a choice you need to make. But you will not have to make it alone.
Alright. Oh, I'm getting something. Something's happening.
Wait! What did you just
mother left me on a humid night. That smell, I haven't smelled it since. Fire talk to ask her why. Okay. So what's the spirit call? And then the mementos. Something wonderful happened today. Something that has not happened in over 3 years. Butler John Thomas Garfield walked into my store, placed an order for a regulator clock for his master's mansion. Already started the schematics, so we'll design it with a 15-day spring. The pendulum should be about a 32 to 34 inch drop from the center. That will require a fairly heavy bob. Swing will be around 10 inches, I should say. Design a moon dial at the top and carve the case from a single piece of cherry wood. Glass door I will have made from the glacier down the street. If he is still in business. This order could turn the business around. I cannot wait to get started, so I'll stop writing for now and get right to it. Oh. Hashtag Bonku no world destruction? Fair. Whoa! This is the world I was in. I need a rest. Sleep in this boat, and the boat's gonna start sailing, of course, because why wouldn't it? So that happens when you fall asleep into boats that aren't anchored down, guys. Just float away, gone, forever, come forgotten.
Forgive you.
Aww. I think that was to wake in the middle of the sea. Yeah, basically. I forgive you. I wonder who that was directed to either Bonko or to her mother. Maybe both, in a way. Maybe herself, even. She might have felt something. Interesting. Oh, well. Look at those CG seagulls. Pretty good. Pretty good. I haven't been talking that much. I apologize. My throat's been a little itchy and scratchy, so I've been drinking more fluids. And frankly, there's a lot of spoken dialogue in this game. It makes it hard for me to talk over it, because I'm like, oh, I'm too busy solving puzzles and listening to the story. So, am I just gonna be at sea? Is this it? This game is kind of, you know what? I was not sure where this game was going, and then all of a sudden it just does this. So I felt like I went on a drug trip, and it really sucked me in. And that's where I feel like right now. I'm like, how long is this boat trip? I must be very far away from everything. Boat's just going. It's like getting darker and darker. I mean, the game is still going, so clearly something's gonna happen. Don't even know what's happening. Just kind of sailing away. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Oh. Let's say we're reaching the end of our journey. Just like sailing right into whatever this place is. Sailing. Should have gone with Fig. What was I thinking? Alright. Just no Arca. It's Jinx.
No. What happened here?
Okay, I can't use my centerpiece from the ceiling. What happened up there?
Bonku.
I can't use my Arca. I guess I will not be distilling anybody anytime soon. The game's implying to me.
Another one.
No, it's the umbrella. The fact that Anne can jump like double her height, it's kind of impressive.
All these Forgotlings.
Dang, I don't know, man. Kind of don't want to save Master Bonku now. I mean, like, I know that no one else wanted to save him, but he's kind of like Anne's father figure. But this is clear signs that things have not gone well.
It's completely destroyed.
Holy crap. You okay? Okay, now I have to go to the to go in here. How long gone?
You! What are you doing here? Get out!
Wait.
This is all your fault. He'd never have found us if it wasn't for you.
No, I came here to...
Leave!
No, I can't just leave. I need...
You don't belong here! Leave us alone! Get out right now!
Oh, Anne. I'm so sorry.
You don't mean... Fig. Not you too. I'm sorry, Fig.
Do not say another word.
I didn't mean to.
You alone are responsible for this, Enforcer. This is where all your actions have led us.
You're right.
No, Anne.
He's right. It's all my fault.
Didn't know, man. Ignorance. This figure gonna miraculously wake up because I'm crying.
What's happening?
Created for both art and companion. Created for both art and companionship by a traveling actress and her daughter. Oh! Can I bring them all back? Can I save everyone now?
What did you do to him? Put that Arca down. Show some respect, girl.
Where's Anne?
Impossible.
Fig?
What did you do to me?
I don't know.
I was gone.
I'm so sorry, Fig.
I guess a stupid, soulless thing like myself will have to settle for that.
I don't believe it.
You think I'd leave you in charge, Bob? And what happened after I left?
Long story short, no, I found a cave.
I found a crystal cave. I met a spirit in there, and she changed my Arca somehow. She told me she was the world's first memory. She also told me that if Bonku turns on the Ether Bridge, the world will cease to exist.
Yeah.
Bob, she met a spirit in a crystal cave.
Don't start.
She met the caretaker. There's no question about it. It's the only explanation for all of this.
The caretaker doesn't exist.
Well, she does.
A spirit in a cave? A first memory? One who just happened to give Anne the ability to revive Forgotlings?
I don't care, but if our Arca can revive distilled Forgotlings, I'm afraid we do need her help. What do you say, Enforcer? Should we set aside our differences?
Yo, we got it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wonderful. The first thing we need to...
I'm joining Fig, not you.
Well, I guess that's better than nothing. I have a plan, and as much as I hate to admit it, we need your help, Enforcer. Anne.
I'm doing this so no Forgotling will ever be distilled or hurt again.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Em.
Oh.
Fig, why are you staring at me?
No reason.
There are a lot of distilled Forgotlings outside. I better get to work.
When you're done, let's meet in the hall and discuss our plan of attack.
Oh. Yes. Screw it, man. We got screw permadeath. We got the Death Note eraser now. There's a reference. Oh wait, I can talk to Blanket.
Anne, Fig and Bulb are waiting for you in the hall. We need to plan what is ahead. I'm so happy I got to see you again.
Me too. I have so many questions, but we never have the time.
You already carry all the answers.
Pioneer's assistant when devising a world-changing invention. Oh! I know who they are! Yo, let's go. Let's do this. We're bringing them all back. We're bringing them all back! Heroes never die, and Forgotlings aren't forgotten. Jinx! Come back to me! Ow. Okay. Created to contact the spirit of a child lost too soon.
What happened?
I'm returning the favor.
Thank you, Anne.
Okay, so if I pass by one of these crystals, I fully heal my thing. You say this as she falls to her death repeatedly. She's fine. Sturdy comfort for a lonely father in the rainy
I see the light.
That's a little more than what I was going for.
Thank you, Enforcer, ma'am.
Let's call her Anne. That's who she is. Let me get a refill though. Bye. Ah! She's fine. She's fine. She could take a tumble or two. Oh, now this is interesting, man. Now this has piqued my curiosity and interest. Now we got a game going. Oh man. Can you arca jump? No, I don't have wings. My wings were destroyed. But something tells me I will get wings again. Something tells me I missed that jump, though. Glad you're fine, Umbrella. Now don't die on me again, okay, Umbrella? Alright. Let's do this. Yeah. The life of the party in a rooftop bohemian apartment. Awesome.
Where am I?
You're back.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Just bring everyone back. Yeah, I know, right? It does. It's very Prince of Persia-like, in my opinion, as well. I would agree with that.
I'm finished. Distilled.
Not anymore.
I'm not? You're right. I'm not. Thank you.
All right. I'm distilled. Not anymore. I'm not? You're right. I'm not.
You never told me what happened here while I was gone.
It's a long and sad story. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Yes. Of course.
I want to know what happened.
It all went very fast. After our talk at the plant, I ran to the service truck we used and drove back. I arrived here expecting the worst, but everyone was fine. I was in the middle of delivering my report when I heard an explosion. and Banku himself came through the roof on a mining lift.
He was here? In person?
Are you sure you want to hear the end of this?
Tell me more.
Of course. Tell me everything.
Well, Banku broke through the roof. Validated Forgotlings were everywhere. They set fire to the linen. Before I knew it, everything burned. Banku was distilling everyone that crossed his path. I decided to hide the survivors in the memorial. There, we sat, just waiting for him. And of course, he found us. I got up, and I looked him in the eye. Then he yelled, "Where is she?" But before I could answer, the light faded around me. No pain, just darkness creeping in from all sides. The next thing I know, the light returned, and there you are.
And it's the light and Banku.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Banku's the darkness.
We have to stop him.
We will.
I can go in here now. Oh, because I'm famously harding a league winner at the local bowling alley.
I'm up! I'm up!
Welcome back.
Enforcer? What did you do to me?
Don't worry about that. Just enjoy it.
Oh, thank you.
Anyone else? Make sure there's no one else in here that needs reviving. Nope. Alright. Just making sure. Making sure. Oh, this is cool. Yo, I can bring that the scarf that I killed at the beginning of the game. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so bad, man. Like, he's like, oh, please don't do it, Madam Enforcer. I'm like, well, you broke into my house, and I kind of can't let that go. Faithfully keeping grandmother's clean clothes hanging against the summer breeze.
Banku,
It's over for now.
thank you so much.
Oh, suddenly Anne's a freaking hero again.
You are my savior.
Well, I don't know about that.
Truly an honorable deed. I am forever grateful.
Aw, this. Everyone loves me. I'm popular. I'm a part of the Popular Kids Club, guys. Okay, so no one here. Alright. Play until the next save point and also revive everybody as we get to said next save point. As they say, no Forgotling left behind. Oh, there's a memento here. New memento. Grab it. Oh. Okay. Essential part of an ambitious landlord's morning street cleaning ritual.
Oh, thank you so much.
Don't mention it.
Alma mater. I don't even know what. Can I? Oh, I wish I could absorb, but I mean, this might be horrible, but accidentally left by an earnest but unlucky knight who didn't live to tell the tale. Okay, so it's actually interesting. I could still distill Forgotlings, but I can revive them back just right away. So that's an interesting thing. With that said, I don't think we'll be distilling any more Forgotlings anymore. Okay, I think we got everyone that we can now. Alright, so we've gone from Enforcer to Caretaker's understudy?
And I know exactly how we can take Banku down with one swift blow.
All right, let's do this.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts, sir.
What's the plan?
Can't wait.
Recently, I spoke to a Forgotling with insight into the tower grounds. I've crafted a plan based on the information he gave me.
Was it Boxton?
Who was this Forgotling, and where is he now?
I'm afraid I haven't seen him after the attack.
What was his name?
It was none other than the great crate boxer.
Who is this unsung hero?
The bravest Forgotling I've ever met.
Bulb? It was me in disguise. I'm Crate Boxton.
What?
We wanted to get the Arca back.
That can't be right.
It's true. Remember?
It was you. You tricked me.
I am sorry about that, Bulb. But I have a suggestion.
A plan?
Yes. Here's my plan. We simply walk in.
Potato that
Through the
uses
main
hockey?
gate?
That's a pretty
Bunker
awesome
sealed
potato.
that a long time ago. There's a secret
What kind of
entrance in
hockey?
my house, though.
I knew it. Dilly was right.
You still need to get past the checkpoints at the central station and tower grounds.
We'll pretend I've caught Fig. Everyone will think I was on Bonku's side all along.
That's quite a gamble.
It'll work. The secret tower entrance in my house is protected with an Arca lock. I can't open it alone.
I'll go with you.
Maybe the two of you can sneak in, but you'll need backup in case something goes wrong.
He's right.
Let me round up my friends from Scrappers.
Once Fig and I are inside the tower, we can turn off Bonku's security systems, and then the road will be clear for Bulb and his friends.
When we see the security system is off, we blow a hole in the wall and storm in.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to speak to Bonku before you do anything, Bulb. I have to convince him not to activate the ether bridge.
Anne is right. Physical confrontation is our last resort. Did you hear that, Bulb?
Yes, fine.
Now that's positive thinking.
I'm sure it'll work.
I wish you the very best of luck.
The journey is dangerous. The town will be occupied by Forgotlings loyal to Bonku. Not to mention lost pieces.
What about the thing up in the top of the tower?
That's just a story. There's nothing living in the tower except Bonku.
Let's not start with the ghost stories. I think we all deserve a good night's sleep before we leave tomorrow. Anne?
You forgot the type name? Oh, man. What is it? There's 3 forms of hockey, right? Hockey. There's the... Oh, the armor one. Okay.
Did you see the Enforcer earlier? She can summon Forgottlings back to life.
That's crazy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, I wonder? Should anybody have that kind of power? What if she turns on us?
I mean, you know,
Good evening, Anne. The bed is ready for you. You must be tired.
I am. Thank you, Blanket. Good night.
Sweet dreams, Anne.
Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of these.
Blanket?
Hey, thanks for the follow, Wolf Killer. Tell me about the ether.
What do you remember from your life in the ether?
It's a strange thing. You don't remember your life up there until you arrive here.
What do you mean?
I remember being there. I remember being wrapped around you.
800th episode? Wow.
I remember your mother. But I was not really there.
Oh.
I'm the luckiest Forgotling here, you know. I'm already with my owner.
I like that.
Me too.
Aww.
See you tomorrow, Blanket.
Good night, Anne.
I cannot believe I have to adjust this again. You're growing so fast.
I want to be this big.
Oh, you will. Just one more adjustment, and your Arca is ready again.
Why do I have to wear that?
Because you are very, very special, Anne.
So she doesn't
We'll
crystallize.
always be together, right?
Of course.
Oh.
Time to get up, Blanket.
This game is Forgotton
Blanket?
Anne.
My blanket.
No.
Morning, Anne. Ready to go? What's wrong? Oh. Are you all right?
Yes. It was our time.
I had such a good talk with her last night. About the ether.
I'll have someone move her to the memorial.
Thank you.
Let me,
Well, let's go then.
Alright, so, this is Forgotton Anne. Forgotton Anne is about the world of the Forgotlings. Objects and such that have been forgotten by humans and suddenly transported into this place. And right now, we are basically turning on basically our kind of foster father, Bonku, because he basically thinks of all these guys as objects. Because even though he was forgotten by the world, and that's why he was here in the first place, he wants to go back because he has this desire to go back to the real world, which is the ether. So, unfortunately, he came at basically the end of the stream because I'm about to cut it off shortly. Because next time we met the rebels. We were an enforcer for Master Bonku. And what we did was we tried to keep order. Kind of like special ops police kind of thing. The Forgottenlings, especially the rebels who were rebelling against Master Bonku, did not think so highly of us. And here we are, because we found out the truth of what was happening. And Master Bonku does not think of the Forgottenlings as those who we deem worthy of anything but being being objects. Alright, good night, Wolf Killer. It is actually very fascinating. It has a slow start though, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna call it here for now, guys. This is Anime Fan RK2K. Thank you very much for showing up for Twitch Tuesdays. I'll see whoever shows up on Thursday, and for some Link to the Past randomizer where I'll fail dramatically in the next seed I have prepared. And for now, have a good night and get some food. And I'll wish you guys all a good night too. See you, and pleasant dreams don't turn into crystals on me.